Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner.
I'm Elsie Johnson.
And we are two sisters, Southern Cooking.
So we are making rolls. We're going to have cheesesteak subs tonight.
Oh my God.
So we're doing it again.
Yes,
we're going to make a different cheesesteak sub.
But the rolls we're doing is Subway inspired. So we have to strike while the iron is hot. So
we got to hurry up here because we've been lollygagging.
Yes, we have. We have been doing way too much of this.
So our water almost got too cool.
Yes, it has to be 110 degrees.
Okay, so this is salt, okay.
And this is yeast, sugar, and olive oil. We have a lot of olive oil. So what we're going to do is whisk this up and let it sit for 5 minutes to proof. And then we're going to come back and add in a cup of thyme the bread flour. And then we will turn out, it's going to be kind of like really kind of wet still. It's going to not be real tight because we want it to be soft and chewy. And we're going to do 1 cup at a time. So we have 5.5 cups of bread flour. And then we're going to roll it out here and just knead it a little bit and then put it in Elsie's new proofing bowl. And we're going to cover it up for half an hour, then divide it out into 8 rolls. They're going to be 8 9-inch rolls. And then we will let that proof for another hour, and then we'll bake it at 350, I think for like 25 minutes or so, until the internal temperature, I think is like 200 is usually for bread and stuff like that. It's like 180 to 200. So that is if you want to be technical about it. Otherwise, all you have to do is knock on it and
hollow.
If it's hollow sounding, then you know it's ready to go.
Right. That's pretty much how I check my bread. The other thing is we used bread flour. You can use all-purpose flour, but anytime we're making bread, I kind of tend to gravitate to bread flour because it gives you more pull.
And it's more chewy.
It's more chewy when you're eating it. And it's better tasting to me.
There is also necessary steps when we do take the bread out of the oven. We have to put butter on top of it. And that will also soften it, and it will give it that extra chew that we need for this Subway inspired rolls. So we'll be right back, guys.
Okay, we're back. 5 minutes has come and gone. The yeast has proofed. So now we're going to get started with putting our flour in. And this is a weird looking combo the way it looks. And I know it's because of the olive oil in it. Because we're used to just water and yeast and sugar normally. But this had olive oil in the mix of all of it. So it looks a little weird.
I wonder if it's replacing something like with the eggs or something.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. So if you turn it on, you can actually see the yeast is clumped together and it moves within that oil. So it's weird, really weird looking.
Very cool.
So all right, so we're gonna start putting our flour in.
We're gonna do about a cup at a time. And we're gonna actually mix it for about 8 minutes. So it's still going to be a little loose when we take it out.
Right.
But it's not going to be completely pulled together, so we're going to have to actually roll it out on the countertop.
Remove this from the bowl here. Lay this out.
You want it to be where it may be still sticking to the bottom of the bowl.
So move that out.
You don't want to put a lot of flour in it because it'll make it a little tough.
Move this out of the
if
way.
you have it. So here, I'll let you do it because you're better at.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So Elsie got a new proofing bowl from Mrs. Santa Claus. That would be me. And so we're going to try it out today because we've been looking for a reason to try. Oh, look
This is
at
a pretty dough.
that.
This is a
That is ready to go. Put your finger in that.
And it pops right back up. That's a pretty dough.
That is perfect. I can't wait. We are so excited.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to let this proof. Look at this. Isn't this cool? This is Elsie's new proofing bowl.
It's washable, so because I had been looking at ones that were made of wicker, and she did some research, and
it said if you use the ones with wicker that it can get mold. It can get mold in it. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here, and
so it doesn't have to be oiled.
Nope.
I hadn't done any research on the bowl yet, so all right. And then she also got me little covers,
and you could use this also to serve your rolls in, and you turn it upside down and put your rolls in it. Well, there. This is our first time using these, so.
All right, so this is going to proof for how long?
30 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll cut them in eighths. We'll roll them out to like 9-inch. We do have this that we're going to put some of them in, so these will be
freeform the balance of them,
and we'll freeform the balance of them, which will be 3, and then we'll put them on a parchment paper and let it sit up for another hour, and then we'll bake it at 350. It usually is about 25 minutes, 23 to 25 minutes until the dough sounds hollow, and then we're going to put butter on it when we remove it, and that helps to keep it nice and chewy and soft. So, all right, guys, we'll be right back.
y'all. You can feel the warmth from this.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited.
So, okay. So, let's put some flour down just so we have a little bit of cushion here. And I'm going to pour this out. This,
look at that. Isn't that the coolest thing?
This is actually, you could flip this over and you could bake this the way if you were doing regular bread. You could score it, and then you'd have the pattern of this on your bread. You could do this in a Dutch oven, if you wanted to, if you were doing bread. So, anyway, that's a cool fact. That's really, really cool, but that's not what we're doing today.
We're doing 4s.
So, I'm going to cut this into 4 sections right now. This is almost how I do my regular rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
now,
so soft.
what we're doing, because we're going to have 8 rolls here, I'm going to cut each of these into 2. This will give us a starting point for our rolls.
So while she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start rolling it out. So it says, look how soft that is.
Yeah,
oh my God.
It's a nice dough.
It is beautiful.
Okay.
So we have to have at least 9 to 10 inches.
Okay. So I'm just gonna stack these on top of each other.
Well, Elsie, that's 9 inches. What do you think?
Yeah.
That's about 9 inches. So,
Well, actually, 0 to 1. So you need to go just a hair more.
just a hair more. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I want to try to keep it linear so it's not like wonky looking. Okay.
Let's see if I can.
It's so soft.
Yeah, it's a.
Gosh.
This is a good dough.
It's
for
beautiful. So Elsie and I, being the little Nancy homemakers we are, we have our own little place to put our dough. I'm going to put that to the side so I can.
And this is not a sticky dough, so it doesn't. You don't really need much.
And some doughs are
Floured
so hard, and this is so pliable. It is softer than even like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Basically. That is crazy. beautiful, beautiful dough. All right. Nice. These are gonna look so good. So the key to making this so soft and delicious is the fact that you put butter immediately as soon as it comes out of the oven, and you cover it with a moist cloth. So, and that is part of the key of making it so good. That's before you even cut it into lengths. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I'm so stoked. So if you're like Elsie and I, and you don't have
Those things, you can do it freehand as well.
yes, and this here, just make sure you're 2 inches apart on this.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Put that there. Make sure you cover it up also. And the key to this is, we're gonna spray some spray on the plastic wrap and then put it over top of it.
Right.
And then let it sit up for another hour so it expands.
I gotta log it up. Yeah, I do.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm gonna go get the plastic wrap. I'm gonna get some spray and spray the wrap. We're gonna drape them, and then they're gonna set up for an hour.
And then we're gonna bake them at 350 for 25 minutes about there. So can't wait. See you guys shortly. Put this in the oven at 350 for 25 minutes. Look at our rolls. They look so good. So we're going to go ahead and bake these up, and then we got to put a little butter on top of them when they come out. Put a nice cloth over top of them. Let the moisture stay inside of with the butter and inside of the roll, and then we're going to take it off after 30 minutes, and then we'll be able to slice them and get ready to make our cheesesteak subs tonight. We got a lot of tips for you guys for these cheesesteak subs, so stay tuned. So we'll go ahead and pop it in the oven.
So we have the rolls out of the oven, and I'm just gonna take a stick of butter here and melt over them. These look so pretty. Now I'm going to take a tea towel here and just lay across them to hold in that warm butter.
Hey y'all, it's Debbie. So we are going to go ahead and get ready to open up our rolls, and they are beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at this. They're perfect. I'm telling you, there is a difference between baking with that
matte
versus not. Look at there. That one is on parchment paper. It's not burnt, but it definitely is darker. So I'm telling you, so we're going to just cut this in half because we're going to open this up and put our cheesesteak in here. So look at that. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so pretty. So I'm just going to cut these up real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get ready to fry up our cheesesteak on the flat top. We'll show you what I mean by the flat top, because we don't have a flat top like a restaurant does. So we're going to use our griddle and just do it on there. Because that's exactly what they got when they have it at the restaurant. It's a flat top. So this is going to be so good. This butter did make such a difference in as far as the softness of this. And you put your cloth over top of it.
It helps the butter to go down into it,
and it just
softens it.
Yeah, so it doesn't evaporate. So all that moisture stays into the sandwich. So, all right, guys, we're gonna finish these up, get these ready to serve up tonight. I want you to know this is a simple recipe. Guys, you can do this at home. You don't need a whole lot to be able to do this, but I do strongly recommend, if you're going to be doing, get you a mat, because it does make a difference in the bottom of your roll, because the rolls, for the ones that have the mat, are so much better than the rolls that have parchment. Look at that, that's so pretty. All right, guys, we will see you in our next video and show you how good it looks. Have a good night, guys. Hi, I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
We're two sisters Southern cooking.
And we thank you for visiting our page.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.